Hello everyone, and welcome back to another Thursday Night Live. I'd love for you, if you're watching the live, come say hi in the comments, or if you watch the replay, #replay. And once again, we have a lot of new members in the group, so I'm very thankful for all of the lovely women that are joining this amazing community. I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart, because it means so much to see so many women now, coming together as one, starting to get more open and vulnerable with each other and share how they're feeling. Because the first step to change is that awareness of where you currently are and being vulnerable. So it's so good to see so many more women getting vulnerable. And I'll just introduce myself for all the newbies. So my name is Zoe Jean, and I'm an anxiety and mindset coach for women. So I help women master their mindset, build deep connections with their bodies, and create sustainable habits using the Rewrite Your Anxiety framework. And this Rewrite Your Anxiety framework, you probably guessed it based on what I said, it comprises mindset work, body connection work, and sustainable habits work, because all three of these are crucial on your healing journey. What I've found is you can't have one without the other. It's a recipe for disaster. So all three of them are truly needed to have a long-term sustainable approach. And hi, Rebecca. I'm good, thank you. How are you? Thanks for joining. I'd love to hear, where are you from? If you share in the comments for everyone to see. So today's live is all about reconnecting to your body and just knowing that it's about finding the best way to reconnect to your body for you, because everyone's different, of course. Not every way works for everyone, so it's really important to find what works for you, because then therefore it will be more aligning, and when it's more aligning, it'll be more sustainable and it'll actually work, if that makes sense. Because I think back to when I first, started to, reconnect to my body and do meditations and stuff like that, it wasn't working for me. And actually at times made me feel worse, because I wasn't finding the right way to connect for me. Because this was when I was still chronically stressed and anxious when I first started, and deep breathing and, trying to stop my thoughts did not work for me one bit. So it was about finding what worked for me. And at that time, and I still quite enjoy it now, is body scan meditations. And we'll talk on a few different techniques today, but body scan meditations from when you scan your whole body, starting at the top of your head all the way down to your toes, and just, feeling each part of your body. And you might be like me, some parts of your body you might have felt like you never felt before, and other parts maybe you felt heaps. For example, I never felt my forehead before, or my eyeline before. My forehead or my hairline, before. But things like my hips and my back and stuff like that, I used to feel all the time, and my neck, because that's my shoulders, because that's where I would carry all the stress and tension. So, and especially in today's society, it's so common for us to always be doing, whether that's work, looking after our families, or just trying to take care of other people, that we rarely take that time to connect with ourselves. And we let everyday stresses and everything get in the way. And we kind of put connecting to our body on the back burner, because when, anxiety or depression or just negative thoughts in general, or whatever it is, creeps in, it's very hard to focus on the important things like connecting to your body. That's the last thing on your mind. Especially if, say you're really, really anxious, and that comes with a lot of, sadness and fear, right? It definitely did for me. So when I was fearful, reconnecting to my body was the last thing on my mind. I was ready to jump and run away at the slightest noise. I was it was really jumpy. So reconnecting to my body was just not going to be possible, So basically what I'm saying is, no matter what you're going through, whether that's depression, anxiety, stress, just negative thoughts in general, and just the everyday busy life, we quite often just lose that general connection to our body. And once, you first of all lose that connection, it can just get worse and worse over time, and you can become more and more disconnected from your body. And that's not what you want, because even science proves how important the body and mind connection is for overall health and wellness. And obviously, your whole health is really important, but number one priority really should be your mental health. I'm from Adelaide, South Australia, Rebecca. Hi, Kerry. Thanks for watching. So, yeah, it's really important to just notice, like, first of all, ask yourself, am I connected to my body? Or am I stuck in my head 24/7? Like, do you actually feel your body throughout the day? Are you present throughout the day? Or you're always thinking, what's the next thing to do? And you're finding yourself, get to burnout point because you're just not taking the time throughout your days to look after your body. And, are you resting on weekends or when you're not at work? Or are you always constantly still finding yourself finding something to do because maybe looking after your mental health and your body is the lowest on your priorities list? Like, not judging anyone for this, because it used to be exactly how I was as well. Like, looking after my body and looking after my mental health was last on my priorities list. My body was important in a way, but not in the important way. It was important to me in the way that I had to pretty much live at the gym, and I used to spend like 2 hours because I had to look a certain way. And, some of you might know that, I'm not sure, some of you might know, but I have scoliosis. So that I took on that as my identity as well as the anxiety and the stress. And I thought, oh my God, I have scoliosis. I'm a hunchback. I have to live in the gym for 2 hours a day, to do all the exercises that I can do to prevent me getting a really bad hunchback, to prevent, me not being good enough for anyone because people aren't going to be want to be around me if I'm hunchback and everything like that. And it went on and on and on. So it's also about, so it's not only about, looking after your body, it's also making sure you're looking after it in the right ways. Like, maybe you do work out, whatever, but is it for the right reasons? Is it just to move your body and enjoy it and to feel good? Or is it for another reason to, look a certain way? And when it comes to reconnecting to your body, as mentioned a little bit earlier, it's really important to find a way that works for you, as everyone's different. Don't feel like you have to do what so-and-so down the street told you to do, because it's not going to be sustainable. It's not going to feel good for you unless you enjoy it and unless it actually gives you that connection. Because if it makes you feel worse, then there's no point doing it. It's got to be something that fills your cup up and makes you feel good and gets you out of your head and into your body and brings back that feeling of presentness, mindfulness, that feeling of happiness and inner peace. Because I don't know about you guys, but even sometimes when I just connect to my belly and I put my hand on my belly, sometimes that can automatically just bring me back to that feeling of peace. To know that you're alive, you're breathing, and your body wants the very best for you. Like, a lot of us beat ourselves up and beat our bodies up for all the things that are going wrong and for the anxiety and the stress and the depression. But at the end of the day, your body is only doing what it's doing to try and protect you. It's doing what it's giving you all the symptoms to try and protect you because it wants the best for you. It's not trying to attack you. It's trying to keep you alive and trying to keep you safe. So start just being kinder to your body. Really just check within. And I'd love to know in the comments who, if anyone's, currently doing anything to reconnect to their body, or what they've tried, what they've liked and what they haven't liked, or maybe what they're interested in trying. Because meditation's quite a common one that a lot of people get into, but I also know it's quite uncomfortable for a lot of people, especially beginners, because, we all come with this expectation that we have to be able to stop our thoughts completely, that we have to do the meditation perfectly, or whatever that is. But it's not the case at all. It's not even about stopping your thoughts half the time. It's just about noticing them, being aware of them, but letting them float by like a cloud floating by in the sky. Like, you're not saying they can't be there, but you're not having a heavy focus on them. You're letting them just float by and reconnecting to the present moment and to your body. Hi, Katie. Thanks for watching. Yes, I love meditation too. I'd love to know what type of meditations you do. And it's also important to know that obviously there's lots of different types of meditations as well. Like I mentioned, I quite liked body scan ones. I also really like guided ones, and I also have guided ones on SoundCloud. If anyone wants a link to, let me know. So on there, I have like an inner child one. I have like a priming positive emotions one. So it's like where you pick 3 new positive emotions that you want to embody, and you focus on, you know, feeling those emotions in your body, how you felt, if you felt them in the past, and then kind of anchoring them to a power move. So then whenever you're feeling down, you can always come back to that power move and bring those feelings back to life. So I like that one as well. Got like a deep breathing one, a higher self one, which is always really cool, and like a self-love one as well, which I know a lot of people really like. And I'm also always upgrading that one as well. So there's like guided meditations, you know, there's movement meditations, there's sitting in stillness ones, there's sound healing ones. And for example, some people absolutely love their meditations to just be in silence, and other people that feels really uncomfortable. So, you know, this is where it's really important to find what works for you. Just expanding your comment, Katie. Yeah, YouTube can be really beneficial for free meditations as well. And thank you. Yeah, like I used to really hate meditation, as I kind of said in the start, because like before I even started working with my first life coach, because I was trying to do it perfectly and tried to do it in the way that I thought I had to do it. And then when I started to like it, I was like, I could really see how beneficial it was and how good it is when you find one that works for you. And then from there, I just wanted to, create my own and help other people out there. And yeah, all my ones are quite like short, so they're really good for beginners as well. Yeah, amazing. And then, other than meditation, that could be a way you want to connect to your body. It could just be, you know, walking in nature or running, or, you know, yoga. And again, there's lots of different types of yoga, so you could find what, you know, type of yoga that works for you. Dancing. And I know a lot of people feel they don't want to do dance because they don't know how to dance, and again, they feel they have to dance in some way. Like, that's part of my routine now, to dance to at least one song every day, and I just move however I want to move. Like, I honestly don't care what I look like anymore, and neither should you. It's just moving to feel good. And, you know, it could be working out as well, whether that's at the gym, whether that's at home, or any sort of type of workout that you like, or sports. Another one that I don't know if many people do, but honestly, it's been a game changer for me as well, is actually having a mindful shower. Because a lot of the times, you know, when we're stuck in stress and anxiety, we're always rushing on an edge, so we're just rushing, like we have a really, really quick shower, for example. But just taking the time to slow down and actually like notice, like feel yourself washing your body, like if you use a loofah or something, for example, like I do, instead of just scrubbing like this, like slow down and actually notice and feel it, if that makes sense. That's also been a really big game changer for me. So in the shower, and also when you moisturize, whether you're moisturizing your face, whether you're moisturizing your legs, just slow down and be mindful as you're doing it. So yeah, it's about just looking at what one of those works for you, or if anything else that you've tried and you like, you could do that as well. You can also do a mixture of them as well, depending, you know, what feels good for you. But if you are new to this, I do recommend, you know, just starting with one, so you don't, you know, overwhelm yourself and trying to do too much at once. And yeah, whether you want to start with it in the morning, whether you want to start with it at night. Yes, I love mindful showers. You should definitely try, Katie. Game changer. Yeah, and I'd love to know if anyone's ever tried body scan meditations as well, because if you do find that you're like constantly stuck in your head and never present in the moment and never connected to your body, that's a really good start. And yeah, if anything on the list of what I mentioned feels aligning for you, I just want you to pick one of those to, you know, practice. And don't overwhelm yourself. Don't think you have to be good at it straight away, or maybe you don't like it straight away and you want to stop. Give yourself time to process it, because sometimes you don't like something at the start, but that's because, you know, it's uncomfortable and you're not really used to it. But give yourself, you know, maybe even at least a month to kind of get into it. And then if you still don't like it, then swap it out for something else. But don't, you know, constantly go chopping and changing everything that you're doing, because sometimes it can, yeah, take a little while to start to like it. And if anyone kind of feels that, like, part of like being stuck in your head quite often is that, you know, we're not in the present moment and we're disconnected from our higher self, our truest self, and our inner child. So even think back to like what your inner child would like to do. What did you like to do as an inner child, as a child? And, you know, how can you bring that into the moment now?